Hey, excellent sister. Sarah Philippi here of Reversing Breast Implant Illness. I know what you're going through is really hard. I've been there too. And as someone who's been there and now works with women who have breast implant illness, I'm always receiving questions from those who, either are about to explant or who have just explanted, asking what they should be doing to support their bodies in the recovery from surgery. Now, this is separate from detoxing and healing and all of that. This is really healing and recovering from the surgery itself. What can they be doing for the first 2 weeks all the way up until maybe 8 weeks post-explant in order to support those recovery efforts? So I thought I'd share my best tips for you here today in this video. So I'm going to dive into my top priorities immediately after explant within the first 2 weeks, and then after you've been cleared to add in additional supplementation, what else you can be doing to support your body in its recovery from that really stressful surgery, healing the tissue that was cut open, and just really improving your outcome post-explant. Okay, so just getting started here. One of the things that I think is really helpful is something to support your body in maintaining more of an upright position, because typically your explant surgeon is going to want you to remain a little bit more elevated even at night while you're sleeping. All right, and trying to stuff a bunch of pillows behind you and get the right position is really tricky. I tried that myself six plus years ago at the time of this recording in 2020, early 2024, and it wasn't comfortable. So I have found a better solution for you all that I want to offer today. So again, your surgeon's likely going to want you to be in an inclined position so that you maintain, the position that the breast should be in while they're healing. And there is a really great bed wedge pillow set that I've linked. I've linked all the products I'm going to talk about today in the caption below the video. Okay. And if you're seeing this on a different area, like Instagram, then you'll see a link in my bio to all of these resources. Okay. So this bed wedge pillow set is cooling and relieves pressure while also allowing you to kind of stay in that elevated position per your surgeon's post-op instructions. So, and you can adjust it to sit in bed and just kind of rest or read or watch TV or whatever you're doing. And then you can also adjust it for sleep comfortably. The second thing I recommend, which is just a little bougie, would just be cozy, comfy slippers. I personally have some shearling slippers that I like. I think it's nice to have the comforts available to you to just be as comfortable as you can, because you're going to be uncomfortable for a little while, and that's normal and that's part of the process. But what can we do to improve, how you're, coping, and just any little bit of comfort we can add. All right, so I've linked those particular slippers below. And then there's also some ways that you can support yourself regarding any pain or swelling that you're experiencing post-operatively. So initially, we use things like ice packs, these little gel ice packs that are reusable. And then we have some larger ones that are reusable for different parts of the body, just depending on what hurts. Some people under their armpits hurt, some people, just depending on if they had liposuction, they might have different areas of the body that hurt, and they may need different sizes of these different ice packs. And then sometimes it's okay if your surgeons, gave you the clearance to use ice packs on the breast as well, for short little stints. All right. We don't want to reduce blood flow to the breast for too long. So a little short period of time, 15 minutes at a time, is okay, just to help reduce some of that pain and swelling. So I've linked those two in the caption below as well. And then another great way to naturally address pain and swelling is with the use of bromelain. Studies do show that bromelain may reduce swelling, bruising, healing time, and pain after surgery or any physical injuries. And it can be taken as, one capsule up to 4 times a day. That's also linked below. I also think it's nice to make it easy for yourself to get dressed and undressed and be able to access your surgical bra and bandages with, just like a little bit of a looser fitting camisole with more spaghetti straps. So it's just easy to get on and off. It's very stretchy. You don't have to lift your arms over your head to get out of it. You could even just like pop them over your shoulders and push it down your body and take it off on the other side. Okay, so that's linked below for you. I think it's really important to keep yourself well hydrated with the purest water you have access to. And I'm not a fan of alkaline water, and I'm not going to get into the reasons for that on this video, but just know it's not doing you any favors. All right, ideally, you would be drinking distilled water, which is the most pure water. And there are a lot of misconceptions and misinformation about there regarding distilled water, but it is my preference. It's my top choice. Second best would be natural spring water. You can also be drinking hydrogen water. There is a wonderful hydrogen producing water bottle that I've linked below in the notes for you as well. Um, and the hydrogen itself is really excellent for really improving the hydration of your cells with that water. And then also acting as a really powerful free radical scavenger to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, which is really important for, healing post-explant. You also want to have a diet that is really rich in nutrients, nutrient density, including things like pasture-raised red meat, yes, red meat, pasture-raised and organic eggs, and especially the yolks. The yolks are where all the nutrients are. Steamed, lightly steamed cruciferous veggies. You don't want to overcook things. I think that's the really important part here. You want to preserve the nutrients in the foods that you're eating. So undercook most of your food, and that would be ideal for nutrients. And then also incorporating healthy fats, getting lots of extra protein in your diet, avoiding inflammatory foods, things like seed and vegetable oils, refined carbohydrates and sugar, and processed foods, and other things like vegan imitation foods. Just cut that out of your diet entirely if you eat foods like that. Just eat real whole foods. No imitations. Okay. And of course, all of this is if tolerated, of course. Not everyone tolerates all of the foods that I'm recommending here. And then consider my favorite bone broth. I've linked it below. A lot of people will make their own bone broth, and I think that's also another great viable option. If you like the flavor of bone broth, there are many ways you can get bone broth, either making it yourself or buying it at the grocery store even. My preference comes from an online website. Okay, it is the absolute best. I'm not the biggest fan of bone broth. I don't love the flavor, but this particular brand of bone broth has quickly become my absolute favorite. Not only do I not mind it, but I actually enjoy it. And I will use this bone broth as, if something calls for water, like a stew or some kind of soup, or maybe even some other kind of recipe, if it feels appropriate to me as far as the flavor profiles go, I'll add bone broth instead of water, just to add extra nutrient density, getting extra, protein and amino acids and good healing nutrients. Restorative sleep is my next tip. Sleep is so crucial for healing. There are many ways to support sleep. I'm going to list just a couple of my favorite ways. All right. So first, we want to have a completely dark room because any amount of light we're exposed to at night may shut down melatonin production and stimulate cortisol production, which is your stress hormone. So we don't want that. My favorite sleep mask is actually linked below. It's from a company called Drowsy. And that's because it really, you don't even know when it's morning. It just keeps all the light out. It covers your entire, from here to here, but your nose can stick out. And it's really wonderful and it's very comfortable. Secondly, melatonin production can be impaired because there is at least 400 times more melatonin production in the gastrointestinal tract than there is in the pineal gland. And if there's leaky gut or gut dysfunction, your melatonin levels will likely not be optimal for restorative sleep. And this has significant impact on health in the long run. My favorite way to support melatonin and sleep is a product called DREM, and I've linked it below. And it contains key amounts of neurotransmitter and hormone support, including things like tryptophan, melatonin, GABA, and different herbs to really comprehensively support relaxation and sleep. My clients often love it. Going back to nutrition, we also really want to be supporting digestion and absorption of nutrients from our food with a really good digestive enzyme supplement taken at the start of each meal. And I've linked my personal favorite below. We also want to make sure to get extra minerals to support your body's daily micronutrient needs for optimal cognitive function, energy production, immune function, mental clarity, nervous system support, and to enhance your overall feeling of well-being. And I've linked my favorite minerals below for you. Each capsule provides minerals derived from fulvic acid, which is sourced from the soil and decomposed plant life, so it's completely natural. Fulvic acids naturally contain trace minerals that are typically easier for the body to digest, absorb, and utilize. And then in addition to their trace mineral content, fulvic acids also help to nourish the gut microbiome, support gut function, and may also help assist nutrient absorption from other foods and supplements as well. Another thing we want to be focused on immediately post-explant is really supporting the balancing of the immune system. Many of us who've had breast implants deal with things like autoimmunity and an imbalanced immune system. And one tool that I have found helpful to support a more balanced immune system and healing from the inside out, really, is a product from Nano-Ojos. It's an everyday wellness spray that is used directly in the mouth. And this is the holy grail of immune system support and is a highly bioavailable food-based formula specifically developed to help the body restore key biological functions by activating the body's innate immune system. It supports things like immune function, energy production, pain management, cellular function, metabolism, healthy aging and vitality, inflammation, cardiovascular health, antioxidation, and is antimicrobial as well. And then it also supports the body's natural detoxification processes. It's not pushing detoxification, just supporting your body's natural ability to do its job. And it's very gentle. It's gentle enough to be used right after explant surgery. We also really want to be supporting the microbiome. One of my favorite ways to support the microbiome and recondition the gut is with a probiotic called Megaspore, which is a 100% spore-based broad-spectrum probiotic shown to maintain a healthy gut barrier function. It is a really unique formula that effectively reconditions the gut by promoting microbial diversity. So it's not just giving you a few different species of bacteria. It's really helping to encourage the growth and proliferation of all the good bacteria in your gut. Keep in mind that this is a strong and powerful probiotic. It is a practitioner probiotic. It is therapeutic. It is a pharmaceutical grade kind of probiotic. So please, if you do use this probiotic, follow dosing instructions on the bottle. All right, there is a detailed explanation for what you're to do in week 1, 2, 3, and beyond. All right, follow those instructions. And some people need to go low and slow with this one. A second probiotic that is excellent is Restore Flora, which is designed to restore the microbiome and help to prevent candida overgrowth, especially after antibiotic use. I generally feel that going through one bottle of the Restore Flora is sufficient. However, I would not start it until you're at the therapeutic dose of Megaspore Biotic, which is 2 capsules daily. Then you can add in the Restore Flora for about a month. All right, so that's my recommendation, especially because most of the time, even if you don't realize it, you're getting antibiotics in surgery. All right, even if you're not given antibiotics after surgery, typically you're getting them during surgery through an IV, and we want to really work on restoring the microbiome after that. Another thing you can be doing to support yourself post-explant is supporting the skin barrier and healing the incisions, and at the same time improving the scar appearance as it heals. Or even if it's already healed, it still will improve the scar appearance over time with consistent use. So I'm going to talk about that product here. And this is just another really common question I get, what's the best way to treat scars? And my personal favorite is a completely natural plant-based product called Nano-Ojos Multifunctional Skin Repair. Now, again, these are all linked below for you, so you can easily find them. And this is a really powerful and easy to use super tool in my mind that expedites skin repair on a broad spectrum of skin issues. The results are nothing less than impressive, in my opinion. It's my #1 go-to for all things skin related, including incisions and scars. And this is a regenerative plant-based nano formula that instantly relieves pain, soothes skin discomfort and redness, anything like rashes, sores, burns, breakouts, growths, spots, warts, blisters, cuts, bites, minor wounds, stubborn skin problems, itchy or painful skin problems, irritation kind, basically. It's water soluble and it dries quickly. It does not leave any residue. It basically feels like water. And it really helps to restore the skin barrier quickly. It has actually become a part of my daily skincare routine because I love it so much. I spray it directly on my face every day. So you would spray this on your incisions or your scars 3 to 5 times a day, and you won't be disappointed with the results. As soon as you're able to take off those bandages, you can start using this skin spray. I think it's really helpful to also be supporting stem cell production with my personal favorite product, Stem Regen, which I've linked below. All right. So this works to really restore the innate self-healing power of the body. And this product is an unprecedented symphony of rare, ancient, unique plant extracts that fuel our innate healing power at the most primordial cellular level. And I've been using it personally for a little while now, and I am absolutely loving how my body feels, how my skin looks. It's just really, really amazing. It triggers the release of our own stem cells, unleashing our highest regenerative potential. Stem cells promote anti-aging effects, increased tissue repair, which is why I'm recommending it here, and health maintenance, of course, too. It's wonderful for all of those things. And I am absolutely in love with it. I have tried a lot of stem cell promoting products, and none of them have come close to comparing to this particular one. And just imagine, I mean, the cost of stem cells is, you know, 10, 20, $25,000 a pop. This product is really cheap comparatively. And it's also, the bonus is that you're not getting stem cells injected or infused, you are just promoting your own body's natural production. I personally love a more natural approach over something more aggressive. We really want to be keeping the bowels moving post-explant. So after surgery, during surgery, you're given, not only general anesthesia, but antibiotics, possibly pain medication afterward, and you're likely going to be pretty backed up just from the anesthesia alone. All right. So especially if you're someone who's already on the constipated side, or you have something like IBS with constipation, or any kind of, SIBO or irritable bowel or anything like that. Okay. You really, really want to keep those bowels moving. And my preference for this is a product called Bowel Mover, and it's linked below. All right. And the reason it's so important to keep bowels moving, not only for your comfort, but also because all of those medications are toxic to the body that you get in surgery, and possibly after surgery. And when you remove a toxic source, you also can start to be, mobilizing toxins, right? So we want to keep the toxins moving out of the body, not sitting in the gut for who knows how long, just with the opportunity to reabsorb through the gut lining back into circulation. That's what makes people feel really, really unwell. All right. You would be amazed at how much better you can feel just going to the bathroom regularly, 2 to 3 times a day. All right. This is one of our major detoxification organs, is our gut. All right. So bowel mover. One other thing that I really love to recommend post-explant, and this is a little bit down the line when you've been given clearance from your surgeon to do so, is supporting breast health through daily breast self-massage or self-breast massage, whichever way it goes. And you can use a particular massage oil designed just for breast health. It's called Healthy Girls, which will help to balance, detoxify, soften breast tissue, stimulate your immune system, improve lymphatic circulation, while it helps to nurture and protect the breasts. All right, so it is a natural product that contains jojoba oil infused with a synergy of 8 different therapeutic essential oils. So it's completely natural, nothing toxic or synthetic in this product. All right, so you want to spray it on your hands, and with a gentle stretching motion and relaxing motion, massage the breast and underarm area daily. Once you're cleared by your plastic surgeon to do so, you don't want to be manipulating the breast before you've been cleared to do that. Okay, so generally speaking, I always recommend getting approval, the sign off from your excellent surgeon to be implementing and taking these products. But in general, what I would say is, for the most part, they should not be a problem whatsoever. Sometimes people's surgeons want them to be off of everything, including supplements, for 2 weeks post-explant, and that's fine if that's what's required. But none of these should have any kind of impact on bleeding or, cause any kind of problem for you. All right. One last tip I have for you that I think is really invaluable as a supportive tool that you can be utilizing post-explant while you're just kind of resting and nurturing your body and recovering is emotional support. And I think this process can be incredibly emotional. There are lots of ups and downs throughout, and there can be a lot of emotional blocking factors to someone's ability to heal or make progress in their healing journey. All right, so we can't discount the impact that emotion has on the physical body. All right. So consider reaching out to one of my MBSR or mind body spirit release practitioners. I have two lovely practitioners. One is named Satin Pelfrey and the other's name is Emily Shannon. So if you need support in any of the following areas, things like reducing the effects of stress and stressful triggers on the mind and body, enhancing spiritual growth, creating and fostering healthier relationships. I know chronic illness can really have a significant impact on relationships. It did with my own. That's how I know. And then developing healthier boundaries, becoming aware of and more in control of what behaviors are driving actions, developing a deeper sense of love and self-compassion, experiencing more physical and emotional balance, and enhancing cognitive clarity and speed. All right, so if you feel like you could benefit from those types of things, then I would reach out to one of them. And I think you definitely won't regret it. So let me tell you a bit about Mind Body Spirit Release, because you may not have heard of it and you may be curious, what is it? And either of their web pages that I've linked in the notes below go into great detail about what it is, but I just want to give you a little bit of insight here. All right, so first of all, each time you have a significant emotional event or trauma, your body produces a unique cocktail of hormones, neurotransmitters, and emotions that can be stored within our cells. It's like your body remembers those events, right? Even if you don't. Your body remembers that specific blend of that specific cocktail, right, that I talked about, and can be prompted again to release that unique combination of chemicals and emotions when presented with a trigger. And this can create a positive or a negative experience, much like the smell of perfume of a loved one creates a warm feeling inside, or conversely, a barking dog, causes sweating or shaking in someone who was previously attacked. Most of these imprints are stored deep within the subconscious memories of the cells. So you typically were unaware that they are draining our energy and directing us to detrimental and limiting beliefs or behaviors. Often we do not know what the original event was or make the connection, with how we were feeling at that time. We just feel the impact and the imbalance of the chemicals and emotions flooding our system, and our feelings and behaviors suffer as a result. We're all aware of the detrimental effect of long-term exposure to low vibration emotions, right? Things like anger, grief, resentment, and loneliness, and stress hormones as well. Being able to identify and mitigate these negative cellular memories can be very helpful in our ability to move forward from the event and subsequent detrimental patterns as well as beliefs. And this can be achieved whether we are consciously aware of them or not, by reducing their impact on our health and well-being and freeing up that space for higher vibration thoughts and feelings. So those would be things like connection, love, trust, and hope and joy. So with MBSR, or Mind Body Spirit Release, we are really able to dive into a deeper view of each mental emotional trauma to uncover the hidden emotions and limiting beliefs that are holding us back from mental, emotional, spiritual, relational, and even physical health. All of my one-on-one clients and my group clients get the opportunity to do this work, this mental, emotional, spiritual work with one of my practitioners, because I believe it is a part of the healing puzzle. It's really a part of the journey that needs to be addressed. We can't underestimate the power of emotion. Those are all my best tools. I really have put this together with your healing in mind, your recovery in mind. And this really, these are the things that I think are the most well-rounded, just kind of making sure we're not forgetting anything. We're covering all of our bases here. Very comprehensive approach to supporting your body after explant surgery. Now, I've also created a post-explant surgery support bundle on my store. My store is, so my website is reversingbreastimplantillness.com. I also have a store that is called thebiohackingzone.com. All right. So that is on my store with all of the supplements that I mentioned. It doesn't have all of the additional products that I mentioned, but again, those are linked below for you to access anytime. So all of those products are in one nice little package for you at a 5% discount compared to if you were to buy them all individually on your own. And you can also get a 10% discount code in addition to that 5% off if you opt in on the Biohacking Zone website to my newsletter. All right. So as soon as you opt in, you will get an additional 10% off code sent directly to your inbox that you can use on your first order. So I hope you find these tools incredibly helpful and valuable as you take the time to nurture yourself and listen to your body. And remember, this is a journey, right? And you've got this.